Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad to see all of you. We're supposed to talk about the Song of Enlightenment, but somehow we get distracted every single week on this or that. So maybe Master XZ should finish the Song of Enlightenment. I'm volunteering Master XZ. This is important work for the Chan world, but I get distracted constantly on things that pop up that need to be discussed. I have new projects constantly. For example, like my Chinese disciples do some research for me. Number one, research about how Confucius taught his disciples, what life is like back then when he was teaching. I don't know if there's any Chinese materials available for that. I'm curious. He was sort of like the first not-profit school where he would teach for free. He didn't have to bring chickens and cats or dogs as gift for him to accept you. Okay, he just come and he accepts you, and then you become a parasite. And he's glad to take you on. Okay, so he's the first one. That intrigues me. How did he sustain it? I heard he struggled a lot, and he had some really outstanding students, one of which is keeps on coming up from Master YongHua, YongHua. He heard one, understood 10. I'm thinking for our disciples, I think they get to the point where they hear one and they understand 1,000. And it keeps going up, okay? So I'm curious, about these people. And then, of course, I'm curious over Mazu, so temple, how they ran it, okay? And I'm curious about Master Huineng's temple, how he ran it. Very curious because I want to learn from these great minds. Not curious at all about Linji. Linji does not impress me at all. Even though I'm not from that bloodline, I'm not interested. Okay, and from a Vietnamese side of my background, I came from the Linji side because that's very strong in Vietnam. The Chinese side is a Weiyang. Okay, so I have both bloodlines going through my veins, Linji and Weiyang, and I like Weiyang. Personally, I like it. Why? Because Weiyang people are the meanest people I've met in Master YongHua disciples. I like it. If you survive these people, you can do anything. Okay, so that intrigues me. They intrigue me. The Weiyang lineage, not these people. These people are really not impressive. Now looking at them, I say, you're regressing when we are progressing. I want you to know that our Sangha, even though we struggle for the last 20 years or so, okay, from nothing to where we are today, I want you to know that I'm very pleased with how far we've come. And starting out, I was desperate. I just said, if you're a monk, I don't want to be the typical Vietnamese temple where they have one monk, that's it, per house. And I said, no, I hope it won't happen to me. Lu Mountain Temple is like 2 houses. So I said, if I have 2 disciples, I become the Vietnamese temple. Okay, so somehow today we have quite a few disciples all over, and they're very, very good. Okay, it's because of the training, folks. The Sangha is a very special training program where we take people off the street, usually people who struggle typically in the history of the Chinese Sangha that I know of. They collect people from the street who cannot sustain themselves, who who are sort of like weird. They can't really fit into society, and they train them. And out of them emerge really, really outstanding individuals. And look at ours. They are on the way to become fourth-stage arhats, if not there already, if not way beyond there already. Okay, so it tells you that we don't, it's not bragging. It's about delivering. This is American. This is why I call it American, because we quietly work and we deliver. We don't deliver, you should die. Simple as that. We don't do what we're supposed to do, be of service to society, and be of service to Mahayana, helping others, then we have no right to live. We have no right to take your donations and your support. Okay? And I'm so poor that I'm not like my teacher. He would take properties and money, and he sits there in the account, doing nothing, earning 1%. Wasting $50 million on building a Buddha hall that no one's going to use, and it deteriorates every year, and at the tune of average 1 to 10% of maintenance. It's very expensive to have all these properties. They deteriorate. You have to have repairs and maintenance. Okay, so for such limited support, and I'm very grateful for that. All of you have been very, very most generous and very supportive. I'm very, very grateful. This is why I'm still doing this, because I look at you and say, how long have we been together? And I can't abandon you now. I'm going to have to work until my last breath, like my teacher, okay? In my way of saying thank you to you. One breath I have left, I work to help improve your quality of life. Okay? And that's what we do. And so the Sangha we have, as I told you, this program really, really works. Okay? Based on the foundation of the Weiyang lineage training. But we went beyond that. My master taught me what he was about, taught me what to do, and I followed that path. And I'm proud to tell you that we went beyond it, because I believe in each generation we should add more, because that's the story of Mahayana. It grows and grows and grows. It's not supposed to regress. My generation, we screwed up. We regress. They're all regressing. It's sad to see. Sangha is supposed to improve, supposed to train people, train the next generation. I'm telling you this not to brag. I'm telling you this for my disciples to feel free to step up and say, Master, you have to stop scamming others, because I'm proof that your program doesn't work. Okay? So I have a lot of projects to keep on building on this foundation that my teacher started. I want to go, for example, into learning. I told you as I started by telling you learning about the Chinese wisdom, the forebears, how wonderful they were, and there's such a high standards for me to try to reach. Okay. I have no interest in being a patriarch or whatever. I look down, I frown at the current patriarch. I say, what are you doing, man? Or woman? I don't know. Okay. You're weird. Being destructive instead of constructive. Mahayana is a group of builders, folks. We build, we improve. How does it happen? We improve ourselves. So everything we touch becomes gold eventually. That's who we are, the Midas touch. Okay? And so my teacher provided us with that foundation already, and we expanded the foundation. We're adding more stuff on top of it. And as a result, your generation is better than my generation. Higher samadhi level, higher wisdom, higher values, purer, and of course, much poorer. Monks are supposed to be poor. Okay? And no matter what we have, it never gets our head. Everything we have is for you, for all of you. Left-phone people as well lay people. I do not discriminate. Left-phone people are different because they commit to getting the training 24 hours a day. You lay people are committed to coming and get training when you can, on weekends and so forth. This is what I'm trying to tell you today. The message I'm trying to tell you today is you don't need to use adjectives, but you judged by what you do every day. Our programs for the Sanghas, for example, just give you cite an example. Every day you get up and do ceremonies at 4 a.m. A typical day. Get up at 4. We do ceremonies. And then we do our mantras. Then we meditate, we bow, okay? And then we work. We work. It's so busy nowadays, you don't even have much time to meditate anymore or study anymore. My master's temple, we worked 2-3 hours a day, maybe 4, and then in the evening, we listen to sutra lectures for 2 hours, maybe an hour to 2 hours. Okay, that's the program. And we are so busy that our people do not have time to listen to sutra lectures every day. This is why weekends is important for them. Weekends, those who can get away with it, they can attend lectures and so forth. Sutra lectures are not to be missed. Okay, this is a very important part of our training. Just like when I was at my Master Chinhoi's temples, lectures were very, very important, okay? Because it came from Master Chinhoi. Okay, so I'm here, I'm still alive, I'm still able to answer your questions, and therefore it's more hands-on than in my own experience. Okay, when I listened to my teacher's sutra lectures, I had so many questions. And every single question I asked, there's no answer. They couldn't understand the Dharma. Okay, so lectures are very important. But let me tell you, here's what I try this for size. You know, I just told you about the lifestyle of a Sangha, okay? Even though they don't get to listen to sutra lectures every night, like I used to be able to, okay? They are strongly urged to listen to sutra lectures on weekends or after hours, because we're short-handed. We cannot afford to pay people like many other systems where they pay lay people to work so that the Sanghas only have to work for 1 or 2 hours a day and so forth. We work because that's how we save a lot of money so that they can afford to waste it. My teacher, he's very strict about it. He says, don't waste a single drop of water. I'm different. I allow them to waste a lot of water. I never said anything because that's part of the training. Exception is that there are times where I said, no, you're not supposed to waste this, because when you waste it under my Allowing is why I allow you to do that. You have no problem to worry about. It's my losses, not your losses. But when I tell you not to waste it, and you still go against my directions, my order, it comes off your account, your blessings account. You see, I waste my blessing, I waste my money, I waste my resources, all to train all of you. As long as I have it, I give it out freely. You take it, you don't need to take it. When you take it, nothing is expecting from you in return. Okay, that's what education, that's what training is supposed to be like. That's how I benefited from my teacher. I was a parasite for 4 years. Okay, I worked for 4 years. But the point here is that I chose to do this so that I can waste my blessings, my resources to train you. I allow you to make mistakes. I allow you to waste things because I can afford it. Okay? And you have to make mistakes. Parents, you have to allow your children to make mistakes. You should not be afraid that they screw up. You know, a lot of my disciples, they screw up royally. You know, there used to be a disciple who, you know, every month I spend a lot of money every month to keep him busy. He's the most expensive disciples of mine, okay? And he's no longer around. Anyway, of course, it's a construction, a lot of things that, you know, we bought dumps and we need to spend money fixing them up, you know. The Way Mountain Temple used to be a dump, you know. G.I. Joe, remember the attic up there in the tower? It's in 4 inches of pigeon poop. The fragrance still pervades the temple. And I remember some of the new Caucasian disciples walking and says, "Oh, how can you be in this environment? This is toxic." Look at us. We're healthier than before. So all the chicken poop and the pigeon poop probably helped tremendously. Yes, 5.
I was just going to say we started with more pigeons than disciples.
How true. And so I waste resources because I see it as necessary to train you. It's okay to make mistakes in our environment. We screw up all the time, just like I do. I learned by making mistakes because no one ever taught me how to teach or how to create a sangha. Okay, so I had to figure it out from my mistakes. But anyway, it's very important. But at times when at times I feel that they're not learning anymore, but they are being lax and wishy-washy. That's why I say, and you cross this line of wasting my resources, you pay. Okay, and you don't want, because that's equivalent to stealing from me. You don't want to steal from me. Okay, it wipes out all your blessings very quickly. You should be scared of it. Okay? And that's what the Chinese put. Do not make an error in cause and effect. Okay? Also in our Vinaya, there's a Bodhisattva who says, you can kill your mother, you kill your father, but I can still help you. If you steal from the triple jewels, I can't. It really wipes out all your blessings, folks. It's the last thing you want to do. Okay, you can create so many merit and virtues, but you make that mistake, you will suffer. Okay? So anyway, and so my point today is I'm trying to remind you, try to suggest to you, we're at the point now where we are very stable. We have regulars, and thank you for all you regulars who's been coming. You matter, you're very important to us, all right? And we're here to help you. But let me describe to you what is a parallel for lay people. That is, this is what I see as a family of superior people. They meditate every day together for 1 hour. That's what we've been training you. Get up, meditate. Maybe you don't have time to do it together, even for children. They can sleep with you. They can fall asleep while you cross your legs and so forth. It doesn't matter. You build that habit right there. A lifelong habit of meditating 1 hour every day. Our Sangha, we do it every day through morning ceremony, through mental recitation, through bowing, all those things. All those are meditation as well. Our chant is multifaceted. It's not only sitting, but sitting is the most powerful training. So I would advise to you that you, this is, to me, this is the what superior families do. They get up in the morning, okay? They do chant. I'm not talking about Tibetan, I'm not talking about Hinayana, I'm not talking anything else, okay? If your wife wants to do Tibetan, let her, but you don't sit together. Why? The energy is totally different. Different Dharma protectors, folks. We don't mix, okay? And we don't want to overwhelm them. I respect them, with all due respect, do your things. I'm glad you're doing it. I'm happy for you, but we don't mix. Okay? So you meditate, you get your children meditate with you, they can sleep with your legs crossed. It's okay, that's what we did, that's what I learned. We train a bunch of young novices at Long Beach Monastery. My teacher set up the program for me to see, to look at how we train youngsters. We allow them to sleep. When I got there, you got up at 5 in the morning because they figure, they decided 4 is too early for children, so we got up at 5, did morning ceremony until 6. From 6 till 7, they get into a hall, and the 14 of us, they would sleep. From monk to novices. They slept. I got there, and I said, wait a minute, why are we sleeping? And so I suggested we use this incense board and beat up people who sleep. And boy, did I beat them up. And within a few days, they all became awake for that 1 hour. No one slept. Okay. Yes, go Forrest.
Good morning, Master. I have a question, if I may ask. The first vow of the first refuge is to bring forth the Bodhi mind. Can you explain what is the Bodhi mind and how do you bring forth the Bodhi mind? I feel like I'm ready to bring forth the Bodhi mind.
Okay, very good. He's talking about taking refuge with triple jewel, that meaning you become a Buddhist, officially become a Buddhist. And the ceremony is a very big deal for us. And it looks like a very low-key, but actually a very, very big deal for us. Because in that ceremony, we invite the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas and the Arhats and practical Buddhas, all the who's who in Buddhism, to come and witness and certify the ceremony. It's a huge deal in Mahayana. Okay, so So that's why the Asians are pretty smart. When there is 3 refuges, there's a refuge ceremony, they sign up for it because they know every time they do that, the Buddhas get to know them and get to hear them, recognize them and so forth, and they create a lot of blessings. All right? So this refuge thing is a really, really big deal in Mahayana. Trust me. Huge deal. Okay? It's who's who in Buddhism. That they quietly get together because I invite them over. I said, venerable ones, world-honored ones, what we're doing here is bring more disciples to Mahayana. Please come and certify us and get to meet our new recruits. And I hope that you will take care of them, keep an eye on them. Okay? And so they come. So when I used to do that personally, in my younger days, in early days, the atmosphere changed completely as soon as we invited them to come over. We offer incense, we have a flower, we say, with incense and flower, I invite you here. Disciple Go Te respectfully request the presence of Shakyamuni Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Medicine Master Buddha, and all those Buddhas, okay, and so forth. And they come. Maybe in Akshobhya Buddha, yes, it is a part of the liturgy. So you see the 3 Buddhas behind me, they come. Along with other Buddhas. This is a very, very big deal. Okay, so when I did it, I said, wow, this is so cool. I'm so happy they would come to this tiny temple that my Korean disciples later called dirty, smelly. Buddha didn't seem to mind. Okay, and they would come. So it's a very, very big deal. Among that liturgy is you, as part of becoming a disciple in Mahayana, you bring forth the vow for Bodhi. I don't know what they do in Hinayana because Bodhi is different from Mahayana perspective. Bodhi here, for me, is you become 1G or higher. Okay, so Bodhi mind is the mind that is resolved upon becoming enlightened. Okay? And enlightenment in Buddhism means that you have, the lowest level is 4th stage Arhat. But I want you to set your goals higher, go for 1G, first ground levels, because that's where the real fun begins. Okay, that's when then you feel that all the hard work you put in, okay, is well worth it. All right, and then not just well worth it for you, and then you say, "Wow, it's such a wonderful thing. I want to share this with others." Okay, so bringing forth the Bodhi minds means that you want to open your inherent wisdom, your true wisdom you already have. We have these programs, these training things to help you achieve it. Okay, that's what it means. And once you make that vow, all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas present, make a note of that. And they said, because of your vow that you made that day, they will secretly, invisibly help you achieve that vow. That's how big of a deal it is. No matter how long it would take for you to achieve that vow, okay, they will assist you. They said, I'm here to certify you as Buddhist disciples. I'm also here because I want to know about you so that I will help you. Not just Buddhas, but Bodhisattvas and their retinues. So you stamp this label on the back of your collar. It says, you are a Mahayana disciple. And we know about you, we're watching over you. Wherever you go, they'll be watching over us and help us fulfill that vow for Bodhi. That's how big it is. Go ahead, go first.
Master, when I took the refuge at that time, I didn't quite know what Bodhi meant or what those vows meant. Now that I've been here a year, no more than a year, I've become really more acclimated, more familiar with what that means now. I'm ready to renew that vow. I went back and thought about the seeds that was given, and I found that those seeds are really powerful. I've seen it work in my life, and now I'm ready to move forward and manifest, the Bodhi mind, bring forth the Bodhi mind. So, do I just make a vow in the presence of anything, or do I do it privately at home or in the temple?
Okay, good question. You know what? When I made the vow, I didn't know what it meant either. Look where I am today. Because of that ignorance, I ended up in a very bad place. Okay? So, you're not the only one, by the way. Most of us, we made a vow, we have no idea what we're getting into. Okay? But Buddhas do. So, if you made a vow and you're like 1% committed, they help you 1%. Now you want to make more commitments, they help you more. That's all. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are very, very proper. They do not force themselves upon us. Okay, so you ask, but now you want to make that vow. Okay, so how much is it going to be this time? You can decide for yourself, and don't worry. That's all you're going to get from them as well, from us as well. All right. So you can next time around, there's 3 refuges. You can arrange to come and participate and make a stronger vow. Okay. Hopefully, they take you more seriously next times.
I have no idea how to become enlightened, but I think that I'm ready for that.
Okay. Me too. Let's figure it out together. Okay. And so let me go back to my point. Lay people. I think I started by bragging about our Sangha program to tell you is a proof that it's working. Okay, and the people are still here, are outstanding individuals. They are. I'm so proud of them. The new ones are on the way. Okay, and I'm also proud to tell you that lay people have been with us for a while now. Many of them surpass the new Sanghas, so we don't discriminate at all. It's fair game, fair play for everyone. Okay? So you have potential and you're willing to work hard, you're willing to put in the efforts, you gain the benefits. It's up to you. Okay? We don't force you at all. If you're not feeling well or you're weak, this is definitely you want to come to the temple more often. It makes you healthier. I look at XS2 in Korea. When he came to became a Sangha, okay, he's rather not well physically. Look at him now. He was when he first came, he was walking with a poor posture. Look at him now. When he walked, it's straight. It's a sign of increased health. Your spiritual path here, your practice here, makes you healthier, folks. 100%. All of them who practice regularly, their health improved, bar none. And it's funny because we lost some people. Some people didn't like our training, didn't get along with some others for various reasons. They left, and I wish them well. I have no problem with that. It's not for everyone. But then I look at them. I see them go to supposedly better places, but they all are regressing. They all regressed. Now, let me tell you, you have this fantastic program here that produces results for everyone. Okay? Just follow along. What's the matter with your arm? Did you have a fight, huh, Malcolm? I meant to ask you yesterday.
Hi, Master. Been coming to morning ceremonies for like months, and then the one day I didn't go. Some days I don't go, and then at work I've ran into a pole and broke my hand, and next week I'm gonna get surgery. And
You ran to a pole at work?
Delivered to a house, and then I run back to the truck, and there's a pole inside the truck, and then I ran into the pole.
Oh,
and then the next day I worked like 12 hours.
Oh, no.
And then I saw a doctor online, surgery. I mean, virtual doctor. And then I saw a hand specialist yesterday. And he said I need surgery.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, shocking. Wow. One day you missed morning ceremony. So you cultivate, folks, your health improves, among other things. Okay? Overall improvement, and you can see it physically, you'll be healthier as well as mentally. What people don't realize, by the way, that physical health is preceded by mental health. Shh. Vice versa, conversely speaking, when your mind becomes more unwholesome, you become sicker. In other words, those who left, they're sicker. They're not as healthy as before. They don't realize it. And you really don't appreciate it until you see people around you. I see, like XS2 is a typical example. It has a lot of issues. But you see, the posture now is natural. He walks straight. Before, he was like this. Okay? Yeah. And so, if you're not willing to take care of your health, who will do it for you? This is why I'm telling you, every day, you can sit for an hour. Best yet, you come to the temple, you sit for an hour with us. It will be even more beneficial for you, much, much more beneficial for you. Okay? It's all free. Okay? And it's not just the physical and mental health, but it makes you happier. As you're happier, it rubs off in your family members, everyone around you, at work, at home. Everywhere you go, you make people happier. Okay? And this is why, if you're close enough to the temple, I would come to the temple as often as I can to meditate with the sanghas, with those people, okay? Recite the mantras with them or whatever. Or move even closer to the temple so you can walk to it, okay? This will improve your quality of life tremendously. Trust me. And I'm not joking, because my teacher, Master YongHua, a lot of his disciples, they chose to move closer to the temple, and it helped them tremendously. And so these are the habits of superior people. Okay, I can't see if anything more wonderful than somehow getting your children to practice every day. And when you do that, it is so helpful to them, and make them have this experience of bliss of Chan, and will help protect them. And in terms of blessings, in terms of this experience of Chan every day, that they're less likely to be tempted by things like drugs, like other things. Okay? And yes, 7.
So I was able to come for my school last semester more often to the temple, and I would come and I would try to meditate at least an hour every time I was here. I think I'll only be able to come on the weekend now, though, because I have a much busier schedule. Is there anything else I can do at home or anything in case I have to miss a day?
We do what we can, okay, and that's all we can afford, okay. But I'm talking about trying to optimally, okay, that try to take advantage of it, because this is why we design all these programs to help you, okay. And in your case, try to come as often as you can, motivate yourself, and it makes you healthier, make you calmer, and make you happier. Okay, when you miss certain things, it's unavoidable. It's not much you can do, but you can make up for it. Okay, you can. It's like a religion. You know, you commit to do it, and you just do it, and you see why. Okay, and Master Z, I don't know what we can do to help them, but see, I have a lot of ideas. It may not be practical, but this is one of the things we do is we sit with them, okay? We recite mantras with them, okay? And that's part of meditation. Okay? It's a very, very good thing to do. And you should publicize these events so that more people can take advantage of it. Okay? And we do wonders for them.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Anyone else has any questions or comments? You know, I'm this year became more interested in education. Until this year, I said I don't have time for education. I don't have resources for education. No manpower, no money, and so forth. I have too many things, too many adults to teach. Now I'm finding out that education is very important. Education not for children, but it's for adults as well. Okay, and now as we talk about education this year, we started talking about youth program, and thank you for starting that program. We invest more and more in that program, you know, because I saw the results from the small group of children who came this summer, and I saw how happy it made them, how it opened their eyes, how wonderful it is for them to be exposed to people who really are genuine in trying to help them. Yes, we have lots of flaws, lots of faults, but we're trying to help them. We're trying to do good. We're real. Okay? And so I want to expand that program to Northern California as well. All right? And education is very important. Now we're producing more videos, and I'm told that there's views up to 10,000 or something, which is unheard of. To me, it's a dream come true. Never thought one day I'd have 10,000 people watching my videos. You believe it? Now I have to brag about it a little. And so education is very, very important. We educate everyone about Mahayana and how to give them a proper knowledge to improve the quality of life. Okay? And hopefully they get to do like what I just suggested to you. Meditate every day for 1 hour. To me, that's the benchmark for superior people. I hope you train your children to do that. You do it yourself, and then you train your children to do it. Okay? Bribe them, whatever. Okay? And eventually, when you get older, they will know where the well is. They can go back to it anytime. That's one of the best things you can do for them when they're still under your roof. Okay? We have a community here. Everywhere, every branch we have, there's a community where you can come and take advantage of it. Okay? The reason that you all are progressing steadily is because there's a community here that's doing that. You all are progressing steadily. It's wonderful to see that. See how people came with a lot of questions, lots of doubts, lots of, especially since because of my bad reputation, thanks to my master's disciples. It's ludicrous. And just want to tell you, when it happened, I said, my teacher taught me. He never taught me directly, but he told me that do not justify. And this is a matter of life and death. They want to squeeze the life out of me and cut off all support for me to become a monk. And I said, so what do I do? Do I justify myself or not? And I said, well, my teacher died and he abandoned me. So let me show to him my loyalty to him by executing, by doing what he teaches until I can't anymore. Okay, I said, well, let me do it for another day. Tomorrow I can quit and go back to my regular life. And the following day, I said, maybe another day. For me, it's day by day, folks, because it's no light at the end of the tunnel. No light at all. I have so many questions. Unlike Big Boy, he asked Master YongHua. Master YongHua scolds him. I had so many questions and no one could tell me, could give me an answer or cares to give me an answer. You don't do that to your worst enemy, okay? You should treat them with more respect. Because you do the right things, it comes back at you. You do the wrong things, you will suffer. We want to have this life here, for me, is a life to be constructive, to help people, make a world better for you and for your children and future generations. Okay, that's how I show my gratitude for all those of you who taught me and who supported me, who supported us. Questions and comments? That's all I ask of you. Have this attitude. Be constructive. Do something good with our lives. Because it's not okay. It's not okay to cheat. It's not okay to scam others. It comes right back at you. It doesn't pay. Cheating others, stealing from others, never pays. And if you intend on doing that, I assure you, a lot of pain and suffering is waiting for you in the forms of hells. It's no joking matter, folks. Make no mistakes in cause and effects. Do the good things in your life, then your coming here and learning from us would be worthwhile. Yes, 5.
Thank you, Master. I've been deliberating on a question as a form of recommendation. I've been wanting to ask you, in my life, the progress I've learned from you here in Chan has brought me to the point where I'm pretty calm and understanding, and I feel as though in most cases any kind of interaction, it doesn't bother me. You're not going to take me out of my calmness, which is something I've learned. It's great.
Does it work with your fiancé?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a two-way street. It's blissful. There's no problem.
Something is wrong there.
What I'm getting at
Not
is
real, man.
the
Cannot be real.
you're getting me away from
They are afflicted. Okay.
everybody else is, but we're not.
But that's what
Anyway.
makes them so attractive, so cute, because they're so afflicted. I remember, someone told me, a husband says, "How come you're so illogical? You're unreasonable." I said, I told her, you come back to him, you go home and tell him, I'm unreasonable, I'm illogical, and I'm incomprehensible because I'm woman.
Ooh.
And shut him up forever. And this is what makes them so adorable. Yes, sir.
So getting back to this, everyday life, it doesn't bother me. I can hold my own to most crises I've been involved in or had to supervise or have seen or experienced. It's fine. But there is that one time that Mike Tyson spoke so eloquently about it. Hey, Mike, are you going to follow a plan? And his response was, well, everyone has a plan till you get hit in the face. So my question to you is, of these severe crises, like, well, in my case, getting a court summons, somebody getting in an accident and not having insurance to cover it, a loved one wanting to walk out on you and you don't know why, these unexpected, strong trespasses on your life, how best, if you could give us one recommendation, understanding that most of us, well, the first thing I'm going to do is meditate about it. But what happens is I just clock even more thoughts coming up. Well, you should do this. You shouldn't do that. Well, you should look at this. Well,
Yeah.
So what would be your recommendation if you had one piece of advice? Thank you so much, Master.
When that happens, are you ready, AV staff? When that happens, when his life is so overwhelming, he can't take it anymore. That's when you say, I will survive. Hey. You can't get me. I will survive. That's who we are. You get in trouble, but we survive. We make mistakes, we will correct ourselves. We screw up, but we get better. And that's part of life, folks. We don't whine about it. Okay, we feel sad, we feel down, but then we cross our legs, recover, and keep going. That's it. That's what training is about. Endure. No matter how difficult it is, you can endure. Believe in that. You can endure anything thrown at you. By the way, G.I. Joe here, he came to me, okay, and he said, I've seen everything in life. I've been to Nam. Okay? I said, me too. I said, but I've been to real Nam. You in the city Nam. I've been in the Nam where I shoot at people. I kill people for a living. So you ain't seen the real Nam. I said, you're right. And so you is not much I can tell him. One day I look at him and said, okay, it's time for me to tell you something. I've been laying off you, but today I want to tell you. That you've been stuck for a couple of years now. You're content where you are and you're stuck. And this is all you have to do. Because you're going to ask me, what do I do about it? I say, this is what you do. I give you a problem, I tell you have a solution. I tell you about your problem because there's a solution. Okay? In Buddhism, we don't simply give you the bad news. The bad news is part of your test. Only losers walk away. Anyway, I said, this is what you do. Your problem is that you're content. You're happy at second dhyana. And for you to go from 0 to second dhyana is very impressive. Okay? You chose to be that way. And we hands off. All the time, up until then, it's hands off. Whatever G.I. Joe wanted to do, he does it. We leave him alone. But one day, after a couple of years seeing him struggle, I said, you're struggling and you still come around to the temple, let me give you a little bit of a push. I said, all you have to do is get over this hump, is tell yourself, I want to improve. You remember that? And he said, is that all? I said, oh yeah, that's a magic. The magic is you wanting to do it. So he said, okay. So within a few months, within 5 months, he went up to 6 samadhi. And guess what? He became stuck again. It's all habit. I'm happy. I'm old. What else you want from me? Leave me alone. The same attitude. He walks in. Okay? And you know what? I watched that. I say, okay, let's see what he's going to do. And he inched up a little bit every year, a little bit. And then I say, okay, he has no problems. He's inching up. Oh, I'm happy. Okay? See? Hands off. We're not going to touch you. We respect you. Whatever you wish, we will not meddle with you. Come to the temple, do your things. We respect you. We don't force you into any mold at all. Okay? And then, the good news is that I ignore him for many years. You tell me, but G.I. Joe says, okay, yeah, it sounds good, but I do it my way. And I say, okay. And that's when I say, okay, Master YongHua, shut up. Okay? Don't ask before. Don't say anything before you asked. And what amazingly happened is that the past year or so, something magical happened. Now he's second stage Arhat. And that's why the guy says, G.I. Joe says, I'm happy, I'm content. No one bothers me. Nothing bothers me in this world, including my fiancé. And my reply to that is, you ungrateful GI. You should be thankful to your fiancé for helping you, bring you up there. She must have given him a lot of hard times. Okay? So, hang in there, folks. Just keep at it. Okay? He comes when he can, and when he's not traveling, he comes and helps out a little bit of there, a little bit there, and sits, meditate, listen to lecture. And I say, oh, today, Master YongHua, you are all over. I'm out of here. He walks up and, okay, I better do something, useful in my life. Okay? But, you see, sticking around, coming around, being this community is so helpful. If you can survive it, because it's very difficult to survive. Okay, people who try to walk in, I said no thanks, because you cause problems for the community. All right, we stop here today. Thank you all. Thank you. Let's go have lunch. Do you have a question, number 6? Oh, okay.